Hi, this is Tom Blodgett from Jende Industries, and today we're going to introduce our slip stones, Chosera Slip Stones. They are 8 flavors from 400 grit up to 10,000 grit. They're about 2 inches wide by 1 inch by about 5 or 6 mils thick. And the thing that's unique about these is we have a teardrop shape sort of on the back. So we have a rounded, one long edge is rounded, and the other edge is in a V. And of course, then we have 2 flat sides that can be used for sharpening as well. So you have 3 sides to each stone that could be utilized. The thing about the Chosera stones is that they need to be used with water. And once soaked, they just need a little bit of water to keep going and they abrade. So again, with the V side, we can get into tight corners. And with the round side, we can get curves, recurves, or serrations. And of course the flat side will sharpen flat things. So let me run through a couple of things here, show you how to use the stone. So I have a drill bit here that we can use the stone for, again touching up. So we have different pitches here that we have to accommodate for. So we can use the side of the stone. We'd use water here, but I'm going to do it dry just to kind of get the angle here. Find your angle, and of course sharpen. And the other side. So here we have a slight recurve on here. So this is where the V grind will come in, and you can use that either up and down or pull it out across, whatever technique you need to do in order to get that. So it fits into tight spaces. These are seamstress scissors, so they're tiny. So again, you don't need a huge stone. You find your angle with the V here. You can use the flat on that, the other side. Use the flat. Or even the round if you want to just burnish something. You know, again, just to run it over smooth and even to get that. Then you can come here flat and just pull that off if necessary. So it depends on your technique and your sharpening. If you want to get rid of any burr buildup that way, there's another way to kind of get in there and just touch that. Again, with different grits, you can do whatever finishing touch that you need on these. So handy to have for just burr removals in that sense. This is a Japanese knife that's used for like carving out little channels and whatnot. So again, you don't need a huge stone for it necessarily. You can get in here on the flat side, and then the bevel is necessary. Again, it goes up to the different grits, so you can do it whatever, this is a higher polish, so you can do that with the finer stones. Big one, serrations. So here's where the round side comes in really handy. You can actually shape this to fit a scallop. Now there's different size scallops. We tend to make this about a 5 mil, 6 mil round, but you can shape this down and get that to fit in or work it around by turning the angle on there and to work in the serrations to get in there. And of course on the other side, you can wipe them off going flat. If you have a tighter serration, you can use the V notch and get in there on the V. So here we have an axe, or a hatchet in this case. So rather than taking the hatchet to the stone, take the stone to the hatchet. Here's where you can go on the flat side. And again, with it wet, you can work and just touch up your blade, touch up your edge. So again, on a simple pocket knife, you can use the flats for that as well. Or you can use the rounded side as like a steel. So much like a sticks and whatnot. However you want to use these, you can. You can also use these as slurry stones as well on other stones. One more thing to do, kind of on a pair of nippers or pliers. Again, whatever you can sharpen or hone. Again, you can use the flat side to get the flat bottoms here. And depending on if they're carbides or not, some of them aren't, you can get in there with the V notch and do what you need to do. Actually, it's gonna be this way. Get in there with the V and touch it up. Okay. All right. So again, very versatile stones. In your bug out bag, in your field pack, just glove compartment, wherever, just as a touch up is needed for anything of that nature. You can find a way to use these. So, and all the way up to 10,000 grit. So, thank you.